when I was a child growing up, I had to be careful on popping balloons. That had a metaphorical translation. Don't pop my balloon. We used to say, listen, I don't want to have to pop your balloon because you're using balloons to celebrate. We use love to celebrate. So you begin to realize that the matter side holds consciousness captive in living spirit form. Ooh. So in other words, you want to be more the matter side than you want to be the spirit side that is in the light. That's right, we do. So that's why they're salesmen. Okay? The more they're selling, the more you're buying in matter. That increases your density. Okay? So it's not about the matter. It's about the spirit. You better believe it. The spirit that is in the light. Okay? So I thought that I would share something because I just let it go because I didn't think that I was going to experience it, but I experience it everywhere I go ever since I was 4 years of age because I had to experience it myself in order to be able to experience what it's like to experience what they experience. That's why I drank alcohol. Here I am pouring alcohol out as a parent, trying to prevent my parent from doing what she was doing to herself by drinking alcohol. And all those that take drugs and all the rest of that, right? They get everybody both ways. So you realize what corporations do with all their tech, right? So that would be everything that's listed on the ACIO with Peter, right? And so what it means is holding consciousness captive because they're not free themselves to be what love is, which doesn't hold anything captive, right? And so you can see how this plays out. And I'll just give you an example, how an AI wargamer works between two magnets on a planet. Okay? There's a gentleman, I won't say his name, but I've said it many times because I don't lie, okay? And it's not anything that I haven't talked about that we don't already know. If you're going to get truthful and honest with yourself where the rubber hits the pavement, because love tells no lies. But I experienced this as a child. So those that are in this house that are still doing that know my history. Okay? Because I can identify with what they're going through. So here's an example. Okay? And that is that when you've been traumatized as a child, then it's not unusual to find them taking drugs to want to escape because they haven't been healed. Okay? And when they haven't been healed, and then those that traumatize them have the drugs to feed us. And then we're using drugs since they're illegal as a result of what they do against us to begin with, which is against the law of one. Now we go into their jails and keep paying them. That's as vampiric as it gets. Corporations are vampiric. Okay? That's the density side of the matter. They love their density that they operate at in consciousness because they don't run pure light. Purest of light is the law of one. And so what we have here, because I watch this particular young man who's a gamer, gambles every day. And because he's highly intelligent, he's made a lot of money. He bought a brand new, not a brand new car, but at $14,000, this guy doesn't have a job. Okay. Here's a guy. I'm not going to share everything that he does, okay, because I don't want to implicate, see him get into trouble because it begins with, as you know, with us, okay? When you get into forgery, I forge checks, trying to get money in order to buy drugs, because it's all related to trauma to begin with, fracture, right? And so what they do is they rob banks, right? Rob others. Now you got to put locks on your doors. Nobody trusts anybody. Now you got more people who don't trust anybody than ever. And that's all by design. Okay? So what happens is you have everybody for themselves. Now you're in survival mode. Okay? That's fear-based mode, not love-based mode. Because love will give you everything you need for free. Because we love you so much. So they hid everything. Absolutely everything. In order to hold consciousness captive. As a slave race. To an emperor. The ultimate vampire. Which are corporations. And as a result, you can see what they do, because now you're going to experience a result from what they use their energy for to experience the result of what happens next. So in this particular case, I'm experiencing, particularly on this island, because I'm very familiar with the energy on this island, of everybody that's blowing holes in their energy field as a result of what trauma does to them. So trauma becomes a self-suicide program as a lack of love, which is a lack of light that exists in order to heal them, when love is the law. So can you blame them? Can you blame them to go into supermarkets and fill their supermarket bins full of food and walk right out and not pay for it? Do you blame them? No, I don't. It's painful that anybody, anywhere, would ever have to resort to that. Because of the lack of love that they received in the first place, from which they were born into the all creation. So I tried to process that from the time I was 4 years old, and I realized it's on me. It's on us, the parents, the all creation, from which everything was born out of what love is. So how do you self-correct all that? This is why, one of the reasons why, when I've shared with other girls that I've come to know, you want to know the truth? You really want to know the truth? You think you can handle the truth? How much love you got in your heart? How much are you willing to experience on behalf of the law of one in order to clear it all? Share it with the rest of the universe. Everything that is alive and living in the entire cosmos. All of creation. Clear it and burn it off. Because it belongs to all of us. You can't escape it. Once I become aware of it, now I'm aware of it. Now what am I going to do with it? Burn it off. It doesn't serve the all creation. It's not what love is. See, if love was a law, then you'd be experiencing what I am wherever you go. You'd be experiencing what love is wherever you go. Wherever the all creation is, you're experiencing what love is because it was born out of what love is. Which means you're not experiencing any resistance to experience the love in your own heart and soul. In spirit form. Because the spirit is in that light, which is lit on fire, which is experiencing that love in my heart that I share with everybody. That comes natural. That's the law. So ask yourself this question. If I'm the law and I'm hungry and you have food in your supermarket and I'm being denied that because I'm dependent on you, which is a vampire, in order to be able to get what I need, then would I not be entitled to get what I need the same way that Mother Earth grows avocados? Thank you, Mama. Alkaline. Wow. Thank you for the free avocado. Because it's never been about money. It's always been about what love is. And love is free. So when you're free, you're not a slave to work for a corporation. So they can hold us captive to them. That's what they do. Because they charge you for everything. When Mama gives us everything for free. That's knowing one from the other. Now they're letting people pick stuff up in stores, like in San Francisco, and letting people just walk right out. Well, the corporations are already bankrupt. The entire system's already bankrupt. Because, you know, one drink is too many, 1,000 isn't enough, the same way that $1 is too many, and a gazillion is never going to be enough. So when you realize that's a relationship that we have with them, which is the other, which one are we? I'm not the other. And this is where it gets tricky. Oh, do us thou will. I'm going to go in there and take something. Because somebody picked those grapes, those oranges, that fruit, and everything that's in that store. Well, somebody was using their energy to put it in that store, and now you go in there and you take it. Now you didn't have to use your energy to get it. Somebody else was using their energy to put it there. But who were they all working for? Factory farms? Corporate factory farms? Corporations distribution tables, electron distribution tables, water tables. 2 magnets. The polarity. Energy exchange. Have a great day. I love you all. Be good to yourselves.